Shalom, shalom. Before I get started, I want to give all honor and praise to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rakah HaKodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach and rule well. Peace, blessing, and salutations to the hopeful elect and the brothers who believe and teach this word in all truth and sincerity. Shalom to you. This is your brother Yaladaba coming at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. And the title of this lesson is going to be don't take this word for granted, because again, things is moving quickly. And just last week I did a lesson on on what to expect in this truth, because in this truth, the world is gonna hate us, man. The world is gonna hate us and they gonna mock us. And then when the time comes, they gonna come against us in a way where they gonna turn us into authorities. They gonna say, yeah, those were those crazy guys who was preaching hate, who was preaching that certain people can't make it and that the Lord only love a few people and things like that, man. They gonna come against us. They gonna say all manners of evil, But a lot of jakes in this truth, man. They take this word lightly. They take it for granted, And when I say Jake, I mean the 2/3, And the longer we in this thing, we might, the Lord is going to show us, even though we might have friends in the world, because I have a few friends in the world. Really, they not my friends, man. Them niggas is acquaintances, they not somebody who I can trust, because ultimately, they not within the body, man. And neither do they know about this truth. They know what I'm about, they know that we the Hebrew Israelites, I've told them the names of Yahweh and his only begotten son Yahweh Shai many times, and these guys still take the word lightly, man. So the Lord, I've been in this truth for 2 going on 3 years, and the Lord is starting to give me that discernment. He's starting to show me that, hey, man, these guys really don't believe what you say. They may agree on a lot of things, but really you're just an entertainment to them. Because when I leave from amongst them, it's nothing but laughs and giggles and, oh man, that guy's really serious and shit. He's always talking about righteousness this and righteousness that, and it's nothing but a mockery into them, man. And the Lord gives us that growth, man. Starting with his men. Because Jake in the world, they know they Israelites themselves, and they may believe about a little here a little and there a little, but really the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai knows their heart, man. He knows their intent, and again, the Lord, he's given us, his men, a gift, and that gift is the spirit of discernment, man. And guys out there, Jake out there, they know more about the truth than the average day-to-day person that may not be in this walk. They not amongst the body for a reason, man. And it could also be because really in secret they come against his ministry. They laugh and reproof and all the things that that is being said, man, out of the mouth of the prophets. And yeah, this truth, it's not about entertainment, man. And Jake in the world is always moving on things for laughs and giggles and trends, But that shit, what are they really gonna have when things is not comical no more, man? When ICE agents is out here marking people, none of that stuff is to laugh about. But our people, man, they don't listen. Neither do they consider, man, the ways of what the Lord is doing out here, And 2/3, again, they think that stuff is mockery, man. When they come thank you, man. Yep. 2/3 of our people, man, when they come across us via the internet, when they watch the videos and when they come across us against in the highways and hedges, man, you know, really, you know, sometimes they may agree and such, but they be mocking in their hearts a lot, man, you know, and they think that, oh, look at those guys with those capes. They think they superheroes. I've heard that many a times from people who in the world I would consider close friends, and I would even call them brothers, man. They've told me, oh, who you think you are with them, with your capes? You think you a superhero? You think you really out there doing the will of the Lord? You know, it's nothing but a mockery and a joke, and really they get laughs off of us, man. You know, and again, this is a lesson for me to know that we shouldn't take this word lightly, man. You know, starting with me, then Lord willing, this is an edifying lesson. You know, but really, the point of the matter here really is to the Lord is soon gonna start checking these dudes, man, for their attitudes that they carry against him and against his men, you know. So Jake in the world really gotta repent, you know, be converted, or else terrible things is really gonna come upon them, man, you know. And the scriptures speak about these men and in certain scenarios just like this one. I'm gonna get it here. Salakia for the 6-minute talk. I'm gonna pull up a precept here. It's gonna be a short, quick lesson through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. This is the book of Ezekiel chapter 33, starting at verse 30. Also, thou son of man, the children of thy people still are talking against thee. By the walls and in the doors of the houses, they speak one to another, right? So the Lord is letting us know, he's giving us warning that these cats out here, these Jakes, you know, they gonna be Jake, man. They gonna be wicked. They gonna be backbiting. They gonna be gossiping, talking shit, you know. But that's what they do, man, you know. Reading on. Everyone to his brother saying, come, I pray you, hear what is the word that cometh forth from the Lord, right? So, you know, the Lord, he uses us, his servants, the prophets, as his mouthpiece, man, and to speak his will, you know. So Jake watched the videos, and, you know, they come by camp, you know, and they may even know we the prophets, you know. They know we the prophets of the Lord, you know, and they may be, sometimes they might even have the blessing to be having a one-on-one conversation with a brother, man, and to hear what the Lord is saying. But, you know, in their heart, they just, you know, they talking shit. Verse 31. And they come unto thee as the people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear thy words, but they will not do them. Right? So, you know, Jake pretend to be sincere and act like they down, you know, with this truth. But when they among others, you know, who are outside the faith, you know, they talk shit, man. You know, they think things is funny, you know. And most of these Jakes, man, that's why it refers that 2/3 of our people shall be cut off and die, man. Is because 2/3 of our people are not sincere, you know. They don't believe the Lord, you know, gives his word to his servants, the prophets. You know, they don't believe that, they don't believe a lot of things, man. They just believe in themselves because they selfish. Reading on. For with their mouth they show much love, but their heart goeth after their covetousness, right? So, you know, us as the mouthpiece of the Lord, man, we show them, we give out the message that the Lord is speaking, you know, because Jake, if they heard the voice of the Lord, they will poof and turn to ash, man. They'll be destroyed, you know. It's too much for them. It's too much for us, you know. But we know that Jake is full of lust, you know, always trying to be cool, you know, always about getting a bag, man. That's what our people are about. They not about being serious. They not about they not worried about what the heart of the Lord is feeling, man. What the mind of the Lord is thinking. You know, they not worried about that, you know. They always trying to store up riches, but not knowing that the true riches coming from these scriptures, man. You know, the spiritual riches is what really matters, you know. But Jake they don't consider, man. They think about getting a bag and getting women is all, it's all what it's about, you know. But nah, the Lord has told us to store treasures up in heaven, you know, where moth do not rust or nor thieves come in and steal, man. Because all this shit is finna be stolen, you know, and it's gonna go corrupted. It's gonna be not for use, you know. All this money, the money system's finna go away, you know, real soon. People's how you say it, like they waters and their cans of food and things of value to them is gonna be stolen in the near future, man, you know. So that's why us, the brothers, starting with our apostles and elders on down of GMS, you know, we got the true riches, man. We got the true defense, you know. We got the we many steps ahead of these people, because hey, we know that we doing the right thing, you know, in faith. You know, we storing up our treasures in heaven, man, you know. You know, and the Lord is going to show his men that there's many people that just want to go along and get along, you know. They want to be cool, you know. But hey, the Lord is going to show us that they don't fit, and because they've been taking his word for granted, man, you know. Verse 32, and lo, thou art unto them a very lovely song of one that hath a pleasant voice, right? So yeah, Jake, they be knowing we the prophets, you know. They be knowing that, hey, damn, these brothers is speaking truth. They speaking some serious life, man. There's really no fault in what they say, even though the way it come off may be aggressive, may be hard to hear sometimes because of the speech, or because of the you know, they way too confident, you know. They confident in about what this is a passion. They see it, you know, and they know this is life, this is truth, you know. But hey, and reading on, and can play well on an instrument, so they know that, you know, what we saying is true, what we saying is life, man. But hey, our people don't consider, man, you know. And that's the truth, that there are many Jakes out there, you know, the 2/3 that see us as entertainment, that see us as mockery, you know. And when brothers' videos are on, you know, brothers gotta remember that, hey, when bros is speaking, you know, we gotta be quick to hear and slow to speak, man. We gotta take everything very seriously, you know. But the 2/3 of our people, they think that everything is everything gotta be sensationalized with them, you know. Everything gotta be you know, a goddamn Eddie Murphy movie with them, you know. Even though Eddie Murphy funny, but hey, this thing is not a funny thing all the time, man. This is a very life and death, a serious thing, you know, when you're doing the will of the Lord. For they hear thy words, but they do not do them, right? So like I'm saying, many Jakes just see us as an entertainment, as mockery, you know. And though they know we speaking truth, something in them really that action isn't there within them, because hey, they got too many attachments to this place, you know. They still not trying to be seen as the oddball in the room, the black sheep. They trying to just go along to get along, man. And the Lord ain't down with that shit, you know. The Lord ain't down for no go along to get along Israelites. He's not with that, man. It's get with the program, man. You know, it's get with the program of the Lord, you know. It's not do the will of man. You know. And when shit goes down, man, you 2/3 is gonna be in some serious trouble, man, for not taking heed to this word, and for y'all taking this word for granted, man. You know, and not having the right intentions, you know, because there's a lot of cats out there who really don't got the right intentions. And the Lord's been showing me certain dudes I'm thinking about, you know, men I knew in the world, you know, men I grew up with, men I went to school with, men who I played sports with, you know. Those dudes, they know what I'm about, you know. They know they know what I stand for, man. And really, they gonna have to pay for the shit, because they've been having ill intentions, you know. They've not been sincere, you know. They've not been sincere, and it's not even about being sincere with me, being sincere with you know, with, I'm sure bros got cases the same way. Bros dealt with dudes they knew in the world, dudes that they knew before this truth, that know, and those dudes know what brothers is about, you know. And for them not being sincere, them not taking this word them taking this word for granted, man, those dudes is gonna have a lot of they gonna be punished, man. You know, the Lord is gonna deal with them in due season, you know. Verse 33, and when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet had been among them, right? So in the near future, when when all hell breaking loose, you know, the 2/3, they gonna know that, hey, there's been a prophet among us, speaking truth, speaking life, you know. He's been speaking death, you know, life and death, you know. But hey, they've been moving in the flesh and they've been moving foolishly, so they gonna you know, it's gonna be too late for them, man. And they gonna remember the knowledge which was shared unto them, you know, that was shared unto them for the saving of their souls. But hey, ultimately, because they haven't repented and they didn't examine themselves seriously and sincerely, you know, they didn't come up correct, you know, those dudes is gonna have to pay a price, man. And that price is their life. They're gonna lose their life, man, because they think that the Lord is a joke, ultimately, you know. This the book of 1 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 16. Take heed unto thyself and unto the doctrine. The word doctrine just means teaching, you know, and continue in them. For in doing this, thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee, right? So us bros in the ministry, man, we got to remember that, hey, this word is life and truth, and we got to continue in this, man, you know, for the saving of our souls, you know, us not taking this word for granted, us not taking his word lightly, and for those sincere Akim who are to come in the near future, man, because yeah, I do believe that there's sincere bros who are going to be coming real soon, man. The 11th hour bros, they going to be showing up, man, you know. So hey, again, I pray this is an edifying lesson, and the title of this lesson is going to be don't take this word for granted, you know. And I want to give all honor and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Kahak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach and rule well. Peace, blessing, and salutations to all the sincere Akim who believe and teach this word, risking their lives willing to do so. With that, Shalom.